The cool MK Slicer is a script available for Reaper that helps us improve the timing of audio tracks. In this video, I'll take you through the interface and show you a demo on a tambourine track that could use a little help. I'm Keith from No Label, No Producer, No Limits.com. Let's dive right in. What I have here is a tambourine, which I got sent today. Someone else performed it remotely. I pulled it into the session. You can see right off that some of the hits of the tambourine are behind the beat. If we go toward the end of the performance, we can see they're right on the beat. So what we have here is a performance that is a little inconsistent. Let's take a listen with a click track. A little behind the beat, it's starting to sound okay there in the middle. Here is the end. So how do we fix that timing? Well, we're going to use a tool called MK Slicer. First, let's select the item by left-clicking on it, and then go up into the Actions list and go to Action List. Now, if you don't have MK Slicer in this action list, I'll leave instructions below how to get it. But I'm going to type MK, and here we have the MK Slicer Lua. Let's click Run. And here is the interface. Now, if you don't see a piece of audio come up, you can left-click on one to select it, and then click on the Get Item, and that will get your item. Now, what this program does is puts what's called guides, these orange markers in, and then you can either slice on those guides or put markers on those guides, stretch markers, and then quantize them. Now, probably the first important decision that you make is whether to use guides by transients, or if I click on this button, guides by grid. Now, the guides by grid will put a guide wherever you have this grid set. So if I have it set to 30 seconds, it'll go there. I have it set to 16ths. But typically, if we want to quantize audio to the grid line, to the beat, we're going to go with guides by transients. And what that's going to do is going to pick up the loudest and sharpest sounds in the file, like when you pluck a note on guitar or hit a snare drum, and put a guide there. And so what we want is for these markers to occur every time I'm plucking a note on the guitar, and to not occur whenever the note is just sustaining. And over here in these left two columns, we have some helps for that process. The first is the threshold, and if we move the threshold, you can see these two faint lines move apart or together. And so if I set this too high, it's not going to pick up these transients. So I want to pick up all these plucks here, so I'm going to set this threshold a little below that, and it picks them up. Now there's a sensitivity control which interacts with the threshold. If I'm not seeing enough lines, I can turn the sensitivity up to bring more lines in. I can scroll in or out with the zoom wheel. If there's a line like this one missed a little bit, let's right-click on the line to make it disappear, and right-click again to put it where we want it. Oops, missed a little bit there. So that we can get these all accurate and where we want them to be. The retrigger sets the time in between when the next trigger is allowed. So if I set this up to some unreasonable standard 7/10 of a second, once it detects this trigger, it won't pick another one up until 7/10 of a second later. So I'm at 16th notes here. I'm not playing any faster than 16th notes, so I should set this somewhere where it will allow other 16th notes to be detected, but not so low that it will allow 32nd notes to be detected. Now, reduce, I have 28 lines here, so if I wanted fewer, I could also pull that down here and it would make some disappear. Okay, now over here we have slice and its quantize and markers and its quantize. And we also have an offset. If I want these markers to be a little later or earlier, I can set that here in milliseconds. And a quantize strength, which I usually set at around 80% because I want to improve this, but I don't want to make it sound robotic. So if I press markers, you will see markers appear in this file. Stretch markers. And then if I press quantize, you will see them adjust the audio closer to the grid line. So that is the interface for MK Slicer. We're going to take all of these tambourine hits and put them closer to the grid so that it is in time. First of all, let's change the grid to 1/16 because the tambourine is going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So we're going to want to line it up on 16ths. And as we can see, it's late here. If we go toward the end, I'm going to left click to put the cursor here. We go to the end, it's almost on the beat. Okay, so now we have it set it for 16ths. That's going to show us the grid. But we're going to switch, by left clicking here, I'm going to switch this to guides by transients. I'm using the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. What transients are where someone sharply hits something. It's a spike in the level. So that's right where the tambourine hits are going to be. That's what we want. So as you can see, this is already selecting our transients about where we want. Now, it looks a little too sensitive here. We've got a couple extra lines in here, so I could lower the sensitivity. And maybe that would pull them out, but it looks like it's causing some trouble. So let's take it back up. We can use MK Slicer to slice this up where we have these guidelines, or we can use it to put stretch markers there so that we can fix the timing that way. I'm going to use markers, and let's set the quantization strength to maybe 80% or 85%. We don't want to lock this completely robotically to the grid. We just want to fix it somewhat. So now I'm going to use the scroll wheel. I'm left clicking here and scrolling in, and let's fix some of these. I'm going to right click to get rid of that one. These are looking pretty good. So what we want is nice, evenly spaced. Something is going on here. I don't think we need this one. And I think this one would be better right about here. This is screwed up here somehow. I think I'm going to right click and right click again to put in a new marker. That's more even. So wherever we're missing a transient marker, I'm going to left click and scroll. This one seems a little out of place. This one is not necessary. See, what do we have here? I think that's got to go there, and we'll get rid of that one. So what I'm trying to do is catch the 16th notes here for all these tambourine hits. And software does a pretty good job of catching them. Let's check this one out here. Okay, that looks okay. Now, what we're going to do is click the markers. Now, I've got the item selected up here. If I click this markers button, click the markers button, it should put markers on the file. Okay, and now you can see we have markers, these little markers right here, which we can move in and out if we want. But I'm going to just quantize. And you can see it's moved the audio to the grid. So let's listen back to it again with the click track. Okay, did a pretty good job there. We have something here. You can see it's made a mistake here as to where this marker goes. Let's turn off snap to grid. So here's what it sounds like. So let's move this to the grid here. See what that sounds like. Okay, we have another one here, which I'm going to grab by left clicking and drag to the grid line. Take a listen. Same thing here. We can go through and fix all these. If you get an extra stretch marker that you don't like, you can hold down Alt, that would be Option on a Mac, I believe, and click on it, and it will disappear. So that's what's happened there. I had an extra stretch marker. Okay. I just smile and say, I'll be there in no time. So I just smile and say, I'll be there in no time. I plan my getaway, gonna leave all this behind. No, I'm not gonna stay, gonna hit the road and feel the wind upon my face, my mind, instead of living this slow life. I just smile and say, I'll be there in no time. Type home recording in the comments to get more information on the home recording mentorship program. Let's take a listen to that in the full track without the metronome. Okay, it's still a little loosey-goosey around the edges. It's much tighter than it was before. We could increase or decrease that quantization strength if we wanted to pull it in more tightly or let it have a little more air. But I'm happy with that. And that is one way to use MK Slicer to quantize audio. If you found this information valuable, it makes sense to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and that way the algorithm will feed you more videos like this. For now, I'm Keith from No Label, No Producer, No Limits.com. Bye-bye.